Cutting it close. This is lethal, I think. Yes, easy. So it's like this. Guys, it looks like we're behind, but this is guaranteed lethal. This is guaranteed lethal. Easy. La-di-da-di-da. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. If you want a deck that makes your opponent so salty, this is the one. What's going on, everybody? This is Fry. So today I am so excited to show you this deck. Now, this is probably the hardest deck to play in the entire game. I've been working on this deck offline, out of the streams, for weeks now. I've been practicing. I feel like I finally figured out how to mulligan, how to play, what your mindset should be. This is the Dandelion Miracle deck. This is one of the first decks in a long time I'm going to be using Dandelion King. Now, the general goal of this deck is to do nothing except for setup for the first 5 turns. Play Dandelion King on turn 6, and then actually do 10 more damage on turn 7 and finish off your opponent. It's called a miracle deck because it does nothing for a lot of turns and then completely obliterates your opponent afterwards. So let me start with the mulligan. The most important thing you need is the Dandelion King, so you're going to be hard mulliganing for this, and you're going to be getting rid of your cards in order of least importance, and I'll explain that right now. The least important cards are your little guys. We're running 4 copies of Puff Shroom, 4 Poppies, and 4 Shroom for 2s. These are going to be useful to combine with the Astro Shroom, etc. later, but they're actually the least important. The next least important card are going to be your finishers, because since you have 2 of these, you have Astro Shroom and Sonic Bloom, and you'll have 7 turns to draw really just one of them. You can get rid of these. Then you have your sort of early to mid-range control, which is your Berry Blast and your Ketchup Mechanic. And then the second and most important card is actually going to be an Imitator or a Pair Paradise. The idea is to play your Imitator or Pair Paradise on turn 5, and then play your Dandelion King on turn 6. You gotta sort of catch your opponent off guard, because you don't want to play Pair Paradise usually if they're just past turn 5, because then they'll just cover this environment with one of your own and you'll lose it. So you can sort of save this maybe for the finisher. You can use this as a finisher on turn 7. Same thing with the Imitator. Again, you gotta look at your opponent. You know, hardy opponents are much better at removing Imitator off the field, but let's say crazy opponents, unless they have Exploding Fruitcake, they're not really going to be able to deal 4 damage, especially if they've played a 5-drop on turn 5. You can just play this in a different lane, and it will be safe. If you play one of these 2 cards on turn 5, when you play your Dandelion King on turn 6, instead of this doing 10 damage, this will then do 15. This deck is just a big math equation of how do you get to 20 damage. So again, the easiest way is to get 2 Dandelion Kings, which gives your opponent, they'll hit your opponent 2 times, cannot get blocked. It will get your opponent down to 5 health, and then it's very, very easy to do one shot of 5 damage. You can just go Astro Shroom. You'll have a bunch of cards in your hand. So Astro Shroom, Shroom for 2, a couple of these. You can Berry Blast them in the face for 3 damage if you really need to. You can also do a whole bunch of Swarmy cards and play a Sonic Bloom. This will do 1 damage for every plant you have on the field. So that last 5 damage is easy to do. Now, if you don't pull off the Imitator combo, it is okay. Just play Dandelion King on turn 6. You can stick this in front of one of their minions to make sure you don't die. And then on turn 7, there's also a lot of ways to do it. For example, if you have in your hand, you're going to have a lot of cards in your hand because you're not playing cards for the most part, except for Berry Blast to remove their minions, your superpowers, and you're playing also the Ketchup Mechanic to heal and to stall for time to make sure that you do not die in the first 5 turns. Otherwise, all the rest of your cards are going to be at your disposal. So, for example, let's say you have Astro Shroom, you have more Spore definitely helps. But let's say you have Astro Shroom, a Shroom for 2, and 2 of these. So this will do 2 damage, 3, 4. And then you just sort of need one other card. If you have an Imitator, you can use that to imitate your Astro Shroom, and that will actually double the amount of damage. That'll do like 9 more damage right there. Thank you, Fire, for subscribing. Welcome to the family. If you have an Astro Shroom plus a Sonic Bloom, that will also do it. Again, you'll be able to do 5 plus 5. If you have an Imitator or a Pair of Paradise plus an Astro Shroom combo, you'll be able to do, again, get 2 Astro Shrooms and then basically do 10 more damage. You can always use, again, a Berry Blast for that extra 3 damage if you happen to not have Sonic Bloom. Very often that'll be enough. So this deck is super hard to play. I'm gonna be going through, probably get 8 to 10 games of this. If you want to make this deck, it's really fun and really satisfying because your opponent is like killing you, and then out of nowhere you absolutely destroy them. This is actually one of my favorite decks I've really ever played in this game. I'm gonna show you exactly how it's done. I feel like I'm actually still learning about this deck in terms of the most efficient way of playing it. But here it is. Hope you guys enjoy. This is the 3000 IQ deck. I mean, this is big brains. This is so hard to play. So again, the most important card in our hand right now is the pair. This is the second, this is third, and this is fourth. So we're going to be getting rid of the little guy first. You don't need 2 Sonic Blooms for sure. Against Smash. So this is an early game control card. You don't want to get caught with no early game control at all. I feel like I think I'm gonna keep this and hope we get a Dandelion King. Now, I forgot to explain the intro. You don't absolutely need Dandelion King to win. There are a lot of ways to pull off the huge combo. Now, I am actually gonna stick this. Usually you don't want to put anything on the field, but you do want to not have your opponent getting efficient tempo, because that will actually kill this deck if they're gaining a whole bunch of free lunch boxes and vitamin Z's and stuff like that. It's going to be really difficult to deal with. So again, you can use your Shroom for 2 and even your Puff Shrooms as early game control. You can also use your Imitator if you really need to copy Ketchup Mechanic in order to get that double minion, double control, and also double heal to stall for time. We do have this Berry Blast. Now, I'm very reluctant for this Puff Shroom to hit the opponent's face, because that's going to make the Dandelion Kings more likely to get blocked later on. But we just really need our opponent not to be playing Gargantuars on turn 3, so you have to Berry Blast that there. So as I was explaining, there are ways of winning with this deck, even if you do not get Dandelion King. You just need like 3 of your other finishers. So between Astro Shroom, you basically need 4 of your other finishers actually. So Astro Shroom, Sonic Blooms, and then Imitators really can imitate either of those 2 cards. And Astro Shroom can easily do 5 damage, and this can do 5. So he's basically going to go 5, 5, 5, 5 in order to make 20. It's just a big math equation. Hopefully, I'd love if he removed this off the field. Can you nibble this, please? Rolling Stone. No. We'll be able to cover this next turn. This is a little sad. We might have to cycle through the blocks now before we play Dandelion if we even get it. This also makes the Sonic Blooms more likely to get blocked. I'm going to cover this. And it looks like the opponent really does not have much tempo here. What is the Garg he can play on 5? I guess Supernova and Smashing. And Frankatar is a crazy card. It does not look like we have Dandelion King, so we might have to go. If this stays on the field, we can do Shroom for 2 and a lot of Sonic Blooms. You really want to get through this first block. There's that. Ugh. This is okay, though, because this is only going to be doing 4 damage at a time. It's a little cool putting that on Pair of Paradise, because it efficiently removes both guys. I'm just going to Scorch this. We, again, have to be super patient, because we want to get as much value out of these Sonic Blooms as possible. We definitely need us to proc the opponent's block, so these are hitting face. We're going to have to make it big, since if we have Dandelion King. Does the video fit on the screen? Yeah, that's fine. A budget Rust Bowl deck. Probably Science would work. I should come back to the... I think we're going to pass. And we have 16 health. And we also have not procced the opponent's block yet, so... Wow, he's really going for it. It's pretty sad. This kills us here. So right now, we can do a maximum of only 5 damage with Sonic Bloom. I think our best bet... This is unfortunate. This is not how this is supposed to go. I think this dying is important here. Actually, I have to sack this. We're just healing for 1. So he doesn't die. Now, if he has a way of buffing this, he just wins the game. Which is very sad. Yes, okay. Hopefully we roll a 2 or a 3 here. Just to give us another shot at life. Yes, okay, so we definitely block next turn. That buys us 1 extra turn here. See, now we have 3 times 5. So this is actually quite doable right now. Let's see if he has another frenzy. That would not be good. I think we have to start hitting his face now. Heals are not going to get it done. This will become a 4/4. No. There's no way of blocking this, right? So unfortunately, he's able to... We'd be able to kill this with the Berry Blast. We're not able to right now. I think our best bet... is like this. Well, we don't have to worry about the Gargologist quite yet.
We need a leap! We need a leap!
We need to... We basically... Thank you, Tommy Dog. We basically need to, get... Weed Whack will kill this. Weed Whack will kill this. Thank you so much for Tommy Dog. It's 19 months. Holy moly with that. We should be okay here for 1 more turn. If we get Super or Weed Whack, or Scorch. No, well... Oh, no, we lose. Never mind. And we didn't get it anyway, even if we wouldn't have had the Alienators. Okay, the reason why we lost that match was because... 2 reasons. First of all, we did not get Dandelion King. We actually could have finished him off that turn if we would have had Dandy on 6, I think. We did not get Dandelion King. And the second reason is because our opponent had big Frenzy minions. This deck is able to stall a lot better against non-Frenzy minions, because then you basically chump block them to stall for time. Our opponent had Garg, and then had another Smash Garg. Even without the second Frenzy minion, we would have been able to survive that turn and probably finish them off the next. So that was a much closer game than it appeared on paper. We'll get into the real ones now. Getting rid of, again, first the small cards. Once you have a Pair Paradise, by the way, you can now get rid of this Imitator, because they basically perform the same function in the deck. Maybe I should learn my lesson, actually, hard mulligan for... I guess if we didn't have the Berry Blast last time, the Gargologist would have been really sad. That's fine. Taking these little bits of damage and getting superpowers to control your opponent is totally Gucci here. And if you happen to get your superpower, you can get your Dandelion King in a turn early. It looks like we might just go all out. We need really a couple more of these in order for this to work. This is very sad. We're going like this. You have Gravedigger and 2 Warlords. Should you craft Stompodon? No, Stompodon's not a good card to craft. Craft more Gravediggers. And Pogos if you don't have them. Pogo's so good. It's rolling all 1s, very nice. You know what? If he went to roll that many 1s, we could have killed this. Wow, so these all have 3 attack. Okay. I'm probably just going to use this to stall here. It's sad getting rid of resources. It's going to be valuable later on. It's annoying. We should be able to block and kill this here, though. All 3 powers kill this, as long as it doesn't roll a 1. Maybe I could have done that next turn. We still are not playing Pair Paradise. Well, now we might have enough power. So I think this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 9 damage. I'm just going to pass here. We're gonna try to set this up if we'll have a lethal play the next turn. We still need a lot more. Berry Blast. I think in the long term, probably hitting this one's better. So, sorry, this deck is taking a long time to develop. Where is Dandelion King, though? We hard mulliganed for it this time and did not get... Okay, there it is. Now, the Dandelion King makes this a lot simpler. We just have to survive this turn, basically. Not easy. We should be okay here. As long as he doesn't have Exploding Fruitcake, we're gonna win this game. This is easy 10 damage right now. This did hit face. I'm so happy he did that. Oh. He could have 5, 6, 7, and draw one card and one. Now we have 4 health. We should be okay here. As long as it doesn't draw like play Regifter, we're fine. We cutting it close. This is lethal, I think. Yes, easy. So it's like this. Guys, it looks like we're behind, but this is guaranteed lethal. This is guaranteed lethal. Easy. La-di-da-di-da. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. If you want a deck that makes your opponent so salty, this is the one. Just freaking out of nowhere. I should have called this deck the, Damn, that's such an old meme. What's the Randy Orton move again? Let me know in the comment section below. Gosh, Fry, you're such a boomer. You're short-term, long-term memory loss. RKO. There you go. I should have called this deck the RKO out of nowhere. Does that stand for anything? Not really. Guys, I know that sounds like a highlight, but that's what this deck does every game. Seriously, we're gonna be... Hold on. I might make that the intro if I don't have a better one, but we'll probably even have better than that. Okay, so Astroshem is actually better than Sonic Bloom. It does because it's a bullseye and it's easier to set up. So again, we're going to get rid of Puffshroom. We'll get rid of this. We have Dandy, which is so nice. Oh, this is a perfect starting hand. You want a Imitator / Pair Paradise, a Dandy, an early game control card. The catch mechanic would be slightly better than this, but it's fine. And you want a finisher, which is either Astro or a Sonic Bloom. RKO's a move. I know what the thing was. I just couldn't remember what it was called. It's the Stone Cold Stunner modified version that Randy Orton used to use. Does he still wrestle, by the way? I have not followed professional wrestling in so long. We can use... okay. This is a little hard decision now. What do you use? Weed Whack or Berry Blast? Weed Whack is... I think Berry Blast removes more things than Weed Whack does. It's okay reducing things attack, though. I think we'll actually use Berry Blast. Because reducing, let's say, a 3 or 4 attack minion down to 1 or 2 is actually good in this deck, so then it just gives you blocks, and it actually helps you survive. This is probably more valuable, even though the 3 damage sometimes will remove something that this will not remove, but... And even a 3/3 making a 1/1, probably worth it. So we're passing again. Kite Flyer, very nice. We could Berry Blast that. Probably worth it to get rid of his card drop. Don't want to give him too many Wombo combos. Stomp it on. More like stonk it on. I think we want to remove this before it buffs anything. It's going to be too much heat. I'm gonna use the Berry Blast. Still gonna save the weed whacker. It could be also like on turn 5, this might end up being a little more efficient. We'll see. Being visited. Finally. The Loch Ness Monster is here. You're in the video.
Huh?
You're in the video.
I see me.
You see you. You want to be in the video?
Yeah.
Baby Fry has finally made his grand entrance. So our opponent cannot... I think we're going to do this so our opponent does not Rolling Stone us. It's a little weird.
Can do that. And him.
And we're going to play this card. Now, our opponent does not have any brains left, so it makes this play really solid. I'm actually going to put this one here.
Okay.
It prevents 2 damage, but we just don't want to proc the opponent's block meter. We really want both of these Dandelion shots to hit. You know, everyone here, look, everyone here on the side, they all said, oh, we're so happy Baby Fry's here. You know who Baby Fry is? See, the thing is, he calls this game, this PvZ Heroes, he knows it by, he calls it Baby Fry. Before we go to sleep, he's like, Daddy, can we play Baby Fry? Because he thinks that's the name of this game. Alright, so here's Dandelion King. We're being blessed here. We are completely, okay. So this is gonna go, you don't want this to go face, you just want to stall for time. So here's 15 damage to the opponent's face. Easy, 15. We'll have the easy finish next turn. We can even use Dandelion King for 2 damage. This will be basically 2, 3, 4, 5. Easy. This is not enough to finish us, so we should have it here.
Losing.
How old is he? How old are you? How old are you?
4.
4. He's doing 10, which is fine. We have 5 health left. He's probably only doing 5, actually. Blocks. Unless Rust Bolt has like a lucky trickster shot here.
He died, yes.
Let's do this. You're right. If the opponent has a trickster in their hand, they win. That's the only thing. Otherwise, it's easy OTKs. They can... No! 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 Is there any way to even play around that? I would have played more Sport to try to clog the 4th lane there. Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. We got... I think Trickster Stompedon is actually a good shot against us because you can kill us on turn 7 before we're able to win. That is so sad.
That was sad. No, not good.
He had a Trickster.
Yeah,
He had a Trickster.
Oh.
Where did that come from?
I don't know.
That deck's called Stomp Autism if you want to look that up on YouTube. Dang. Coffin dance for Fry? Exactly.
You have the big guy this time.
We're against the big guy. We're still Solar Flare.
That's right.
We're against this. His name is the Smash.
We're against that big guy.
Okay, we have Dandy, we have a finisher. Let's look for an early game control card. I think Poppy's better than this because it heals. Should I look for an imitator? Yeah, I should. You have to be super disciplined. Another early game control is also good. Nice. We'll have our Dandy on 5 now. You don't use this until you can control with it. There's no point in having extra
We're
brains
fighting that big
early. We're fighting against this big guy. He's doing nothing. You know what we're doing?
What?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You're slouching. You're slouching down. No picking your nose on stream. No picking your nose on stream. All these people can... You know how many people can see you now? I hope he understands what he's doing here. You know how many people can see you right now? There's like 300 people can see you. We have 58 on YouTube and 240. Almost 300.
Oh,
There's
that guy.
300 people are watching us. He doesn't even know. You can also go Dandy on 6, Dandy on 7. It's not so bad.
Only baby guys. He's doing only baby guys, but he has a baby. I don't know why
I think the catch-up mechanic is good. Well, we can actually play... It's kind of weird. We can play Dandelion King next turn. You think he's going to protect this?
And you know,
I think this is fine.
And you
We'll
know
use the Berry Blast later. We can use it for reach, too. What? What do you gotta say?
I slammed Mommy's door on my
Onto your finger?
on my nail.
On your nail of your toe? Aw, is it better?
It feels weird.
It feels weird.
It
It doesn't hurt anymore?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. Still hurts.
I wish I could show him a picture of all the people watching us, just as a visual image. That's cool. So the damage is 4 and 3, so we're just gonna play the Dandy here. We're probably just gonna play another Dandy next turn. If we get Weed Whack, the coach actually dies, which is nice.
What? Oh no.
Question is, do we use Scorch? I think we do. I think the Dandelion King surviving here is a good thing, because it just keeps a lane clogged, which otherwise would be hitting our face. We really don't want to be taking too much damage next turn. Another Shroom for 2. So he used Nibble, which makes him at 12. This will do 6. Again, this right now...
That guy.
It's Dead Ghost. That's fine.
Ghost one. Dead Ghost.
Okay, so he has no brains left, which means we can just spend these poppies if we want. Right now, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, if he wouldn't have nibbled, we actually would have lethal right here. Now we're going to have to do this over the course of 2 turns. He's doing... I don't really have to worry about direct damage here. So I'm just going to use this to chump block. It's the 6 to face.
That's gonna be boring because he will just because that man will just get that.
We just need 6 next turn, and we have it pretty easily.
Oh no. This is bad.
No, we're gonna win. You know why? Look at this. How much health does he have? He has 6. You know, this guy can do 6 easy. Easy 6.
No,
He would need a gladiator in order to get saved here now. And you know what? I don't even know if it would help anymore.
No, what is that?
This is guaranteed lethal. We can do it in 2 shots. So you can go Imitator Sonic Bloom, but this is obviously a lot cleaner. Where you just go Shroom for 2. Shroom for 2.
You're gonna win.
Yep. Look, how many guys do I have in the field? How many plants do I have? 1. Can you count? 2.
1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You have 6.
That means we win.
You're winning.
With the power of math,
Yeah.
we will win every game.
You won. And what was that guy?
Which guy? Sonic Bloom.
That guy.
The Smash?
Yeah, that
This big guy over here?
What was that guy?
This guy?
It was that guy.
This one?
That one.
Show me.
Uh,
The coach?
I meant.
He's the sports coach.
Oh.
This deck wins with the power of math and anime, for sure.
Wow.
This deck is the definition of top 10 anime
gonna
decks.
win?
Unfortunately, we're 2 and 2 right now. What did we lose to? We lost to Gargramp and Stomp a Trickster. This deck does have a few weaknesses. Things that can just kill you on turn 7. Ugh. But anyway, okay, so we have Dandy, we have an early game control. We're going to be getting rid of small cards. Getting rid of small cards, we have an Imitator. This is fine. We should be able to get a Sonic Bloom or a Astro Shroom in our first 6 draws. Plenty of time.
It's his turn. He's a zombie.
He's a zombie robot. Pass.
Wait.
Sunburn's nice, we have it on 5.
Why he's a robot?
By the way, playing Dandelion King
Why
on
is
turn...
Why is he a robot?
Hold on, we have to plan something here. If we play this on 4, we kind of want to play the Do we want to play the Dandy on 5? Not necessarily. We actually don't have a finisher yet. So playing this early doesn't help us at all. So we're just going to pass here. I'm just trying to think maybe Sunburn to face. It's not worth it. You need the Dandies. The first one to do 10 and the second one to do 5. See, I think this is fine now. He's probably not going to have a Rolling Stone. This makes us able... In fact... maybe I should play a Shroom first. To be able to kill this guy. I think I will.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go shroom. You have to make sure to play. Obviously, play the shroom before the imitator here. I almost made that mistake. We're gonna go with. He's not gonna be able to buff this by 3/3, so I might as well do it like this. Keep an extra guy on the field.
I want to play baby.
And we're gonna sunburn this guy.
Tati, could you get baby Fry?
There's no way for him to buff this by 3/3.
Oh yeah, could you get me, Tati? Could you get baby Fry on the little red iPad?
Okay, ask me after the stream, because right now I'm working with a lot of people watching, so I can't stop. But he had Rolling Stone.
Oh,
That's harsh. That's 5 damage down the drain. And this puff shroom, we kind of just wasted that. I don't know if I play around Rolling Stone in a sports deck.
Okay,
This is nice. This is fine though.
How do you get that guy? Oh, two of those. That's silly.
I feel like this one's health he's able to buff a little bit better. This one also does slightly more damage. Let's go after you. Again, on turn 8, we're going to be able to pull off a double Sonic Bloom combo, which will probably be able to do 10. Let's see. The first one, like right now, the first Sonic Bloom will do 4.
I want to be a robot.
You want to be a robot?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to be him. That's good.
Everyone has to have aspirations, you know? Wow.
Oh, great.
This is okay, though, because again, if we go... This will be a 4/4 here. Do I play around leftovers or some kind of... No, we can't have leftovers. I guess he can. Leftovers is a hardy card? I sort of want to just go 5+5 to face. The first Sonic Bloom here does 4, and the second one does 5. So we're going to need one of these minions to survive. I think this is okay.
Yeah, it'd be perfect done. What that?
I don't want to go face with this because it makes the Sonic Blooms very sad next turn. I think this will... It'll make the Sonic Bloom get blocked, which is bad. Maybe that's okay, though.
Okay, look how many...
So we have, again, 4+5 next turn. It'll be 5+5 if he doesn't buff this somehow. He doesn't have going viral. This should be okay. As long as this stays in the field, we win. Also, if we get well, we need a free card next turn to win. We also need him not to have Gladiator. Gladiator protects him from like 10 damage in this deck. I didn't have lethal that time. Played environment. That's why I even didn't set this up, by the way. Definitely not worth it.
Who died?
Berry Blast is... but we have, again, the first shot does 5, and the second one does 6. We're good. As long as he does not play Gladiator here, we're fine. Yep, easy. So you play Pair. Then you have to play these first. We're going to go, We're going to go, We're going to go, And RKO right out of nowhere. He needs to roll double 3s in order to save. No, easy. Get wrecked. I love this deck so much.
You won! Yes!
We won.
Yeah.
Dancing coffin for the robot. Exactly.
That was good.
But am I going to play more Scribble? Maybe I can do Jackbox and Scribble at night.
Yeah.
I have to think about it. Not thinking about that during this stream for sure. I need every brain cell I own in order to play this deck. It's so easy to misplay. Okay, so you don't need 2 imitators.
Get rid of him.
Get rid of him. We don't need Sonic Bloom anymore. We're looking for a Dandelion King. I'm still gonna I'm gonna mulligan for the Dandy.
You don't have the Daddy King.
The Dandelion King.
Yeah.
He's the Lion King. You saw the Lion King. Remember you saw the Lion King? That's what he is. Look, he's right here.
Oh yeah, there.
I'm pointing to the deck list. Yeah.
Who has that card?
He's in our
deck.
deck.
That guy.
No, he doesn't have it. He's in our deck. We're gonna have to wait till we get him.
So what does he? So what does he have?
Ribsy is saying, I still want to see the heal version with Venus Flytrap. Now, I have not started working on that version yet, but there is going to be a version of this deck where you get rid of Sonic Bloom, and you get rid of Shroom for 2, and Puff Shroom, and you run heal instead. So you're going to have, and you get rid of Pear Paradise, you put in Venus Flytrap Planet, you put in Heartachoke. Basically, you're going to Dandelion King. You can heal with the Dandelion King for 10 to stall for time, then you do it like a big OTK with Pear Paradise and with your heal environment with Venus Flytrap Planet and Heartachoke. You can also just go Heartachoke and a lot of poppies in order to burst them for 10. What was this play? Is this Professor Brainstorm? I've actually never seen someone play Professor Brainstorm before right now. This is the first person I've seen run this deck. An opponent. I love this is what I just published on the time I'm recording this. I just published this to YouTube. This will probably be out in a month or so. But we know to go after this Unlife. This is going to be ridiculous. He had double, so he had turn 3 Unlife, interdimensional. This is definitely someone who watches the channel. Good timing here. Oh, nice. We got the Dandelion. I think I'm going to risk this. Now, his environment is, he definitely has Leap here, though.
Good, maybe.
If he passes, I have the luxury of knowing this deck list. He definitely has a way to cover this. I might play this here just to make him not get leap value. Is that crazy?
That might.
We're not going to really get value out of this later. We could get double Astro Shroom. I'm just going to play this in a different lane. It's kind of weird. Should I double up the Astro Shrooms right now? Is that insane?
That might be insane.
Dude, I think I will.
No.
This is very ill-advised.
You could win. So you do fire.
I'm going to pass here. I usually do not want to commit, but we do have 2 Sonic Blooms. Summoning.
Oh.
Nuts or bear? No. This is a pear. Yes. And he did not actually cover this environment. The luxury of knowing the... Oh, he got 2 damage too. Very nice.
Oh, her.
Alright, let's see what we can do this turn now.
What is that guy? What is her? I don't know what she is.
Coach.
Owls. Coach. That was bad. What? Him again.
Egg.
Him again.
We'll be able to get double Sonic Bloom, so this dying here is it's fine.
Egg.
I'm gonna go Dandelion King for 9 damage. We just don't want him drawing more cards here. That would hurt too much. I think I'll do this for the 1 damage too. He's not gonna be able to remove both of these shrooms.
What is gonna be inside that 8? What is gonna be inside? What is inside?
This 1 extra damage makes 4 plus 3 work. We should be okay here. This is turn 7 coming up now. What's in the egg? We'll see. Mad Chemist.
Mad Chemist.
Or Cosmic Scientist. Sorry, not Mad Chemist. He's the miniature. Oh, I forgot this is going to... Oh, that's okay. Well, this is the place that's protected. So we still have 2 minions on the field. This should win. Wait, we need a 1-drop. This Scorch is pretty good here. Actually, no, we don't want to... We want to play this next turn. Yeah. Oh, no, but this is going to leap. That was probably stupid. Okay, yeah, that's lethal. This is all we need.
Oh, no, the big guy again!
Right. Quiet. We're fine. We got him. We got him. Easy. We go,
Yes.
We go, This will do 4 to face.
That'll
And
be good.
this is one of the opportunities, again, Berry Blast, Sideswipe being an early game control, it gives you that extra 3 damage of reach, which in this deck is just very often, it's just lethal. Easy.
You won.
Killed him.
Yes. No, that was good.
This is
I know I give
the only thing comparable to this deck. I said this
That
before the
robot.
stream started,
Robot.
before the video started, is OTK Cat Lady. in terms of the amount of calculations you have to make, that the whole deck is just stall, 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 then a big math equation. This is a lot harder to play, and actually a lot more risky, because it doesn't have a lot of early game control. Okay, so we have Dandy, we have an Imitator. We need an early game control card. I think I'll get rid of the other Imitator here. It's so good, though, as a finisher. Maybe I'll just pass here. Hope this guy doesn't rush me down. I kind of like the Imitator here. Scorch, ugh. We can use Imitator, by the way, as an early game stall card. A 1/4 can just absorb some damage early from a 3/3, you know. These aren't that good against Rust Bowl because they can Rolling Stone them. I'm glad he's passing.
Rolling Stone? He can do a Rolling Stone?
He can do 20 in one turn. Yeah.
Are those your cards?
These cards are my cards, yeah. You're okay with all the people seeing you, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people see you. Just to make sure.
What's
I feel a little bad because I know, like, you know, in 10 years he'll go back and watch this video. He's like, it's okay though. I don't believe you need like age of consent to videos. You should have a stream where you play against Baby Fry. You should have a stream where you play against Baby Fry. Okay, pass. This hand is looking really, really spicy right now. Again, you can use imitators to copy Astro Shrooms. That's one thing we discovered from the Psychosonic Bloom version of this die, which didn't perform as consistently as they wanted. So he's passing.
What? That guy again.
Let's see what he does. See how many brains he commits. If he passes here, I'm probably just gonna play Imitator. Here. Teacher.
Peter.
I think it's Imitator.
Baby Fry? What?
We're having fun. Do you need it?
He did.
Are you tired?
Do you want him to stay, Tazzy?
It's okay. We're having fun.
Yeah.
You want to stay?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. We're doing good.
Yep.
The chat's liking Baby Fry's commentary.
Rolling. No.
No, he had Rolling Stone. You know the name of the card? He knows the name of the cards now? When did that happen? I don't know. You think it's going to have an environment or another Rolling Stone or a weed spray or a flick? I guess we might as well do this because the Imitator will be better later.
Yeah, look him.
Should be fine. I wonder if I should have developed an Astro Shroom there. What, he got that from the science? He got that from the scientist. This is stupid.
And that was stupid.
Stupid. The man is a big stupid. Okay, that's fine.
The king won. He's the king.
I think we actually want the 4 damage here. It's a little weird.
A little weird, but he might.
I think this will do more.
But he might go.
Well, no, sorry. Hold on, wait. Turn 7. Hold on, be quiet for 1 second. This will do. This will take all the lane. Oh no, so we want this to actually die. Never mind. Yeah, we want this to die. We should have lethal next turn, right? Because this will be 1, 2, 5. This will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh yeah, this is like easy lethal next turn. We have everything we need here. He played. Fortunately, he's running Intergalactic Warlord, which is the more minions they just play that they just commit too many brains and not doing that much damage is totally fine. 11. We should be okay. This is all bullseye. What does the most damage? Is playing the Imitator first or second? Really? I think playing it second does most. Because again, hold on, let me just do a little. This is guaranteed lethal. I'm just doing an equation here. This will do. If we do this, it'll be 1, 2, 3. But if we play it like this, it does more.
No, put him there because then it was gonna. I'm scared. them there, but then you can just get him. That bomb thing.
This is lethal, right?
What, there are 3 of them? That is good.
Yeah, we're good. This is lethal right here. We don't even need this. Whee! Easy. The guy thinks, oh, I developed Warlord, I'm so far ahead. No, you're dead. It's guaranteed lethal. There wasn't even a chance of you surviving that turn.
Died.
Get wrecked.
Yes! Get wrecked.
This is such a great... I love this so... Isn't this deck fun?
Yeah.
We just pew 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 and he's dead. 69. Nice.
Yeah, we just pew 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 and dead.
Nice.
That good. Now who we're gonna get?
Need to blow my nose. I'm hiding. You guys don't need to see that. You might think this is water, but it's not.
No.
It's like, what?
That guy, we're gonna get it then. That guy.
This deck is amazing. This is like a week and a half. I've practiced this deck for about 20 hours before the stream. To learn how to mulligan was a mistake I was making. You have to get rid of all these little guys, as much as it's tempting to keep them. Ugh, it's a bad hand. We need a Dandelion King. It depends. It's all about statistics of drawing right now. We need a Dandy and a finisher and an early game control. This is a pretty crappy hand. Against Infinity, a Shroom for 2 is actually a decent early game control. Right? This is okay. This is actually fine. Again,
Yeah.
Shroom for 2. Every card in this deck performs several functions. I guess that's the key. Dandelion King is always very solid. The Imitator of the Pair of Paradise can copy Dandy, but it can also copy your other finishers. And they can also copy your ketchup mechanic. Okay, I'm kind of happy we didn't have to play that game.
You won.
The Shroom for 2 works together with your finishers. Finishers, again, are Astro Shroom and Sonic Bloom. They work together with your finishers, but they also, Shroom for 2 also works as an early game control card. Berry Blast works as an early game control card, but it also works as a reach card. Like one of the games, we needed that Berry Blast to complete the 3 damage. The key of this deck is the efficiency. That's why it's very hard to do this deck as a hybrid. Now again, to change that completely and make it all about heals might work. I also want to see what Astro Shroom in Venus Flytrap plan. If you do a combo, you can actually just survive with that. You're going to be out of cards pretty quickly. But I think that's a viable way of just stalling if your opponent does too much damage to you. Is Astro Shroom combo
The Lion
in the
King.
Venus Flytrap. Okay, so we have... Get rid of you first. Could probably use an early game control card. Let's be disciplined. Do we want 2 dandies? I don't think so. If we draw a second one, it's fine. Alright, this is okay. Definitely want to keep an imitator. Slumber? Fry, why haven't you posted any PvZ Heroes videos on YouTube in so long? So again, all of my long PvZ Heroes videos are going on my second channel, which is called Fry'em Up Gaming. If you have not checked that out, just type Fry'em Up Gaming into YouTube search, and you'll find it. It's also linked on my channel page. So I've been posting basically every single day. I split the channel into 2. I'm doing, on Fry'em Up, I'm basically doing weekly videos, approximately every Friday. The video I posted today was delayed a little bit. Okay, we're gonna pass.
Are we gonna win?
Wait. I don't know if we're gonna win. You have to wait and find out. I don't know. We have a pretty good hand here. So he's using Thinking Cap on turn 3.
2 courage.
The best play right now would be Imitator Super. I hope he just commits a guy. It would be so nice, but it looks like a trick deck.
Give this a trick. Ooh, that golden guy. We could get him. We could just get
I'm gonna do this just because Dandelion early is fine. We can even Dandy on 5 now. Dandy on 6 and finish him off on 7 is quite viable.
This
is good.
Even die. Did he die? Because he died.
This also, if he wants to remove this with Rolling Stone, it means there's just another thing he can't do this turn.
What does he do? What
I
does
don't know,
he
develop
do?
a Nebula. I don't know exactly what the
What
other
does
play would be.
he
It seems like
do?
he's a trickster deck.
I don't know what he
Oh,
do.
develops Nebula. Wow, we have double Dandy on 5. This is gonna be 15. It's gonna be 15 damage. This is so good.
Who died?
Hold on, I just want to make sure I don't have lethal on 6 here.
Tati, who died?
Wait a second.
Him or him? Who
1,
died?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Nah, that was good.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No. Okay, so it's definitely Dandy.
That is... Oh no, not...
That's 15 damage. 5 is going to be very easy to accomplish here. Very, very easy. In fact, should I just put this here for... let's save it. It's so easy to get lethal next turn.
Yeah, but he's a good guy.
I love
Yes!
this deck so much.
He's gonna go
I have to admit I don't want to like flex too bad, but I'm really proud of myself for this one. A lot of decks they're just like I love this one so much. This deck is my baby. This is my baby. You're my baby. You're my big boy. Heals is strong, but it's not gonna be strong enough. Deadly, that's fine. Taking this off the field is actually helpful for us next turn. It just means we can play more stuff. The fact we rolled a 1 makes this really easy to win now. What's the play? This will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This wins. There's also a way just to do this with... It doesn't matter.
What's that big?
There's also a way to do this with Sonic Bloom, I think. Nah, it's not as clean. So it's just like this.
That's good. Let's put him there. Oh,
I think we can also just do it this way, right? This is the fancier way. Did we miss it? Oh, I might have screwed up. Oh, no, we don't. Because this turns into... Why did this activate twice there? Oh, because we played 2 guys. Yeah. So it's still lethal. I did it the game mechanics way. It's not really.
No.
We could have just obviously just played Shroom for... Instead of Imitator, just played Astra, Shroom for 2, Pop Shroom. Would have won.
But you won.
We won. Easy.
No, don't do that.
Whenever I say Dandy, you think of Dandy Stuff, the guy in the chat. He's been an active member of the live stream for quite some time now. So the games I lost were Stompidon Trickster, and he played that Trickster right on turn. We had lethal. We would have killed him. We had guaranteed lethal, and he played it on turn 7. It's like a 12-12 Trickster because it got buffed from Stompidon, which is really hard to prevent in this deck, so you don't have those really efficient ways of dealing 4 damage. And the other deck we lost to was a deck with a lot of Supernova Garg and Smashing Garg. Big Frenzy minions counters this deck because they just kill you before you're able to win. And that game also we could have won if we would have had if we would have gone Dandelion King. We actually would have won that game. So we have an Imitator, a Finisher, an early game control, and a Dandelion King. That's all we need.
Oh.
Imitator or Pair Paradise, same thing. This is a lot. This is a little, especially if we had Sunburn or Weedwag, this would not be quite as scary. We'll be able to take this out on turn 3. It's a little sad. We have a little extra early game control, which I'm actually happy because we're taking a lot of heat here. Let's see if he goes Swarm. The worst case scenario is if he goes like, I don't know, maybe bonus attack.
Are you gonna
So
win?
the early game control cards are the best one is again catch-up mechanic. The second best one is Berry Blast, and the third best one is Shroom for 2. It does work. Shroom for 2 actually would have been amazing here. It would have answered this, even though it would leave that one Shroom on the field, which will be charging the opponent's block meter and messing up your dandies. The best case scenario is you have not touched your opponent's block meter until you play Dandelion King on turn 6. One of the problems about Dandelion King that makes it not as good of a card. Thank you, Saber Bomb, for 28 months. Holy moly with that. As I was 2.5 years. As I was explaining, one of the problems of almost 2.5 years, 30 will be 2. Anyway, I'm good at math, you see. One of the things that makes Dandelion King not a good card is the fact that very often, like if they have a full block meter, the Dandelion King just procs their block, which is not enough value. But in this deck, it takes care of that problem because we're doing nothing constantly. I think we're gonna save the Shroom for 2 for next turn. This heals for 1, which is fine. And puts a body on the field. We're not gonna need this later. This is as good of a catch-up mechanic. We only have 2 more turns to even play catch-up mechanic, so we'll have 1 more for the next 2 turns. Should be okay. We also want to develop a Pair of Paradise at some point.
Yes.
Once he commits a lot of guys, like a big minion, we'll play the Pair of Paradise. Because, again, you want to play this when he's not going to be able to answer it. He has Graveyard as an environment, so should probably be extra careful.
Let's go real with this baby frog.
I have, when I was practicing this deck, I did get this covered by a Graveyard once. It was pretty salty. Interesting. He's not doing enough damage here. And we're getting rid of this 3-2, which I'm very happy. 2 damage. Taking 2 a turn is so much better than taking 3. Plus we can Scorch this one.
They both died.
If he just keeps this 1 minion on the field, we'll be okay. If he commits... I think this is the turn we do this, by the way. Well, maybe I want to do it next turn.
What is going to be inside there?
This doesn't heal for that much. Alright, let's just do it. Even if we get double heals, we'll be okay. Still not 13. Drone Engineer. And 1. Usually you want this to be more to the right, so it can buff the other guys before it dies. Oh, he cryo-brained so many times. He has so many brains left. I figured this would be something bigger, like a chemist or something. He does not have an environment, which is the good news. He drew 1.
2-1.
He's trying to... That's not how it works. You can't poison my peers.
Yeah, he can't.
You know what would have been really, really good there is Sunburn would have been so good because then we could have played this. Too bad.
I have that now.
He's going for Bad Moon Rising. Probably. This is a huge problem.
Because are you winning? Because who's winning?
I probably should try to answer this Bad Moon Rising instead of being too greedy here. So I'm going to go with this. This is fine. This actually does a nice chunk of damage here. This is only turn 5. I was going to develop another Pair of Paradise. This heals us significantly and puts a lot of heat on the field. I'm just going to develop this too. Unless this is a Frenzy minion, this will prevent a big chunk of damage this turn and help us, hopefully help us win.
He might not.
We're doing 8. Oh no, that's actually, this is the best case scenario, getting a 4-4. But this is a huge problem. We need to kill this because he's healing. It just makes our math equation a lot more complicated.
Are you winning? Oh, you're not because that guy has 2 big guys. Oh no, this is so bad.
No, I think we're okay here.
Oh yeah. Maybe not.
I'd love to get the...
Hey, what?
These environments...
He's a big guy, right?
Is there a dandy play here where we do 9? No, we have to kill this first. I think we're just gonna stall. This is a little... actually, I should have played more Spore there. That would have been better. This is a little better for the finish. This is fine. This would have blocked twice the amount of damage. Well, this is fine. We actually like this hitting our face because it makes us easier to block later. He's gonna be at 20 health still. See, our first Dandelion King will definitely do the 9. The second one may just not. I love the fact he has no environments because it just makes us, since we have limited resources in our hand, this just makes it easier to win. We can double Dandy in 4 now, and then maybe double Sonic
that
Boom.
guy, then we're done. You need to get that guy and
We're
that
doing
guy,
okay.
and then
We're
it's
just
done.
gonna try to hit his face. We're not gonna really try to do anything else. He's gonna go for another bad moon here, which is fine, by the way. We have a full block meter. This does 15 if both of them hit.
But then
Here comes the dandy play. Yes! So the second one definitely does 5. I almost hope he bad moon risings here. Because we just do not want him healing. Even if he heals, though, we'll see what happens. If he gets up to 11, this is probably still doable.
Yep.
Nebula. That's the wrong one. We're not gonna have a play here anyway. Oh, he should have done that here. That's a misplay. Because now we can actually get a double shot. This one we would not have been able to because it would have been full. Is him
do
healing
it
for
on
less?
him.
How important is it for him
Yes,
to only heal
good.
for 4 here? It'll bring him down to 9. Think so? It just makes it a little easier. I don't know. These are gonna get blocked. The problem is if the first one gets blocked, the second one... Oh, here's Astroshim. I think that's good. With double Astroshim is probably better here.
He died, right? The big guy died. Ooh, but there's that guy. But that guy.
Nebula. That's his last card, though. That's that's super good news.
Yeah, because that's his last card.
Hold on. So if we go 1, 2, 3,
Give me this one.
and then this will do... I think it's like this.
That was good.
Wait, so this does...
No.
We're off by 2. We'll just go for the bloom here.
I want to play Baby Fry on your phone.
The problem is if he blocks, it's going to be really, really hard for us to win. Oh, no, wait. Oh, no, this does it. Sorry.
Tati?
Sorry, it's guaranteed lethal. Never mind. I don't know what I'm thinking. I thought I had to use the Sonic Bloom there. No, it's guaranteed.
Tati? Tati?
Such calculations.
Tati!
It's exactly lethal. What?
Tati?
Call me Tati, which is German for daddy. What? You can call me daddy, too.
Why
if
is
you
he
want.
doing that?
We beat him.
Okay, and could I do your phone while you're
You have
doing
to ask me
Baby
after
Fry?
after the stream. So when I'm done working, okay?
Did you do this?
In fact, if you want to go upstairs and take a nap, then I can do it while you're taking a nap, and it'll be ready but when you wake up. You want to do that? You want to take a nap with Mama?
No, because then I'm just gonna have to do, because then I'm just gonna have to do your phone when I wake up.
Right, that's good.
And I don't want to do that.
You want to do it before you go to sleep?
Yeah.
He's asking me to play. He actually usually before we go to sleep, he says, "Can we play Baby Fry?" Which means play PvZ Heroes. He likes watching me play it. So last night he asked me, "Can I play?" It was the first time, so I'm like, "Sure." And I kind of told him what to do. We were not playing this deck because it's too complicated. We're playing Professor Brainstorm. And then he asked me if he has a little iPad. He asked me, "Can you put Baby Fry onto my?" It's called PvZ Heroes, by the way. Can you put Baby Fry onto my iPad? So I'm like, yeah, why not? I'll play through the tutorial. It's not gonna, it's a little... I told him it's gonna be... I told you it's gonna be a little hard for you to play by yourself.
But I can play it.
But you can play around with it. If you just like seeing the guys go boom. It's not gonna win very much.
I don't care if I win or not, right?
That's good.
That's good because you're not gonna bomb me because I'm not because
So we have early game
because
control,
I'm not
imitators,
even-
dandy, and finishers. And little guys now. More of these, better now. Rust Ball. I finally got this deck to a place where it can win consistently. 8-2 is about 80% is about what this deck does. This is cool. I'm actually gonna go. I'm actually gonna go like this. Like this.
Okay, can I play Baby Fry now?
If you can't ask me anymore. I'm in the middle of streaming. A lot of people are watching. I can't stop. If you want to take your nap now, by the time you're done with your nap, I'll have it on your iPad, okay? That'll be better, because then you don't have to wait. You'll just take your nap instead. And you wake up and like, hey, Baby Fry's on my iPad. How's that sound?
I don't know.
This is really, really good. Now we get double imitator. See, you don't need double dandy as long as you have double imitator. You're good. I could go for some shtick here, but yeah, let's be disciplined in the way we play this deck. It's never worth it to. If you have a dandy in your hands, no, it's really usually not worth it to start playing your finishers too early. Especially since all the damage you do ends up being halved when by the time you play dandy. That's totally fine. So we're actually gonna get 3 Dandelion Kings now. We'll block the one with more damage. I don't care about him drawing cards, so we'll block them with more damage.
Because get them. Block.
Guys, look at this play. Look at this play. How many Dandelion Kings think we're gonna get?
What?
We're getting 3. He's gonna be down to 3 health here. He's gonna be within a berry blast of losing. This guy, he's rolling all ones too.
1, 2.
He rolled triple ones. He went from 20 to 3. Easy.
Easy.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a highlight.
Okay, can I see
What game is this? Is this game 10?
Can I see Baby Fry? Can I just see Baby Fry?
Obviously, highlight. I'm gonna BM this guy so bad here. He doesn't have like going viral to beat us now. See, going viral is very strong against this deck because it makes us. You have to rely on using chump blocks in order to not die. He just does not have it. This is actually unusable. I hope he put something here so we can BM him.
Okay, how do you get that guy? That is the hardest guy. I don't think anyone could get him. But only Stack could.
A cucaracha. Oh, I think this does not imitate because the environments go from left to right. Cool game mechanics. Easy. 8 and 2. That's what this deck does. It wins 80%. Has a few weaknesses, but this is a top tier deck. I mean, this is actually a top tier deck in this game, and its weaknesses are off meta too. Like the things it dies to are big frenzy minions, which are actually not good decks in this game against the typical control decks. And I think even the aggro decks, the catch mechanics and the Shrimp and stuff, and the superpowers. Hold on. We're ending the video now. Please stop asking me. The superpowers you have with Solar Flare and the catch mechanics and kind of early game control, I think this can do pretty well against Swarm decks. We did beat Professor Brainstorm with a decent start. He had a turn 3. He had Unlife, Interdimensional, and Dimensional. We really attritioned him until we won that game, right? Yeah. So, I think you Scout Hut for 5 months. Absolutely amazing. This deck is so hard to play, but practice. If you play this deck, you gotta play it at least 20 times before you kind of know how to do it. But hopefully these games I explained enough to be able to help you. This is amazing. I love this deck. It's actually, right now, my favorite deck in the entire game. Hope you guys enjoy. Peace, this is Fry. Say peace, this is Baby Fry. Can you say it?